Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing some more of these powders that I purchased from Temu. I'll show you the picture of what they look like. And I'm also going to be using this heart mould because they have the same design all the way across and I want to try and keep them all the same. And love arts come into so many different crafts and projects and I know I'll always use them. So today I'm going to be starting off with these sort of natural colours. So let's get mixing and get started. So today I'm using this resin. This is UV Resin Hard. This is one of the things that I bought the first time I started doing resin. I've had good results with this, so I thought I'd give it a try with these powders. So I'm going to mix some of these up in these little plastic cups that I got. These was also from Temu. I believe in if you can do it cheap and still have good results, then I don't see any reason why you can't do that. If you want to go out and buy the full kits that are really expensive, then that's fine, that's up to you. But I like to make crafts as accessible as possible because we don't all have a lot of money and the channels may not be doing as well as what you want. So I think it's always a good idea to explore other options. So I'm just putting a little bit of this in, pretty much the same cup amount, and let's get some powders in there. So each time I'm using this, I'm going to be putting about half a teaspoon, half of one of these little spoons. Probably not even a half. Just the tip of it really. So there's the first one. I'm just wiping my spoon off as I go. This is really dark black. Probably don't need as much as I actually put in there, but I'll try and keep the same amount going into each one of them. So I did these videos with these products so that you're not using your own money to buy these products and not wasting it. If you can see what I'm doing and which products work well, then it's easier for you to have an informed choice of what products you're going to be buying. But I want to see if it is possible to do this craft on a cheaper budget rather than using really expensive resins and resin additives, let's just say. Right, let's get mixing. One thing I have noticed with these mica powders, and I'm not sure if it's this brand or this manufacturer or whether it is mica powders in general, because I've not actually used any other mica powders other than the shimmer ones. But these coloured ones tend to leave kind of a marble kind of appearance. Even though you've mixed it in quite well, it still shows a sort of marbled appearance. Not true marble, just like streaks of the colour going through. I'm not sure if that's also a pearlescent type of reaction. Let's get that one wiped off. This is a nice silver colour. Silver can be used in many projects. Nice gold here. I know I'm speeding this up a lot, but please be assured I have mixed them really well, even though it's a small amount. So this is the one I'm really interested in. This is a white. I struggled to get a white colour from UV resin with the paste, and I'm just hoping that we might get a decent white from the mica powders, but we'll have to wait and see. This is like a charcoal colour. I'm actually getting some ideas with this one as we are doing it. I worked with charcoal in drawing for years and years, and it's something I always revert back to even though I want to add colour to my projects. But it's something that I know and I like. So maybe we could do some art in the future, in future videos where I'm using blacks, charcoals and whites. So maybe come up with a drawing of some kind that we could do with resin. It's just an idea at the moment, something I'll be practicing with to see if it's possible. last one, and then we can get pouring. This is a really dark black by the looks of it. I do already have black resin, UV resin, but it'd be good to see if mica powder holds up as good as the UV resin that's already coloured. Right, I'm going to give my hands a rest, just letting the air bubbles come to the surface, and then we'll get pouring. So I've filled these ones up and I'm going to start mixing these colours. Like a glittery grey in that one. Nice purple. This is kind of a weird greeny yellow, but it's sort of a muted green. Be interested to see how that one comes out. This next colour looks really pretty. It's like a blue glitter. And this one's like a powder baby pink. That's all the ones from this set. I'm going to get them mixed and I'll be back with you soon. Okay, I've mixed these pots up and they're ready to go, but we seem to have a problem with the hearts that we put in last from the last colours. These have been under for at least 10 minutes. I'll just take them out and show you. So they're the hearts. They've been under for 10 minutes, which is more than enough time for these to be under the lamp. And I know there's no problem with the lamp because I've cured quite a few different projects, but this black one still feels squidgy. So I'm going to get the rest of them out. This machine that I have does cure from the top and the bottom. This is a clear mould, so it should be easily enough time, about 10 minutes under the lamp, to be able to not have these have a problem. And I have used this resin before in clear projects, but I've never used it, I don't think, with any products. I'm not sure, I might have done, but either way, I've checked the clear products recently and they are still hard, no problems. So I think it's probably because it's quite an opaque colour, but as you can see, if you can see, this is really squidgy. I can't see if you can tell, but it's not even got a hard shell on the outside. It's got it a little bit towards the top, but this bit at the bottom, it's just like a bubble. I'm pretty sure if I pull this open, it is going to show the liquid somehow. Oops. You can see there that it's just bubbling. So it's definitely liquid inside. Obviously it's bendy and stuff where it shouldn't be. So that one hasn't even cured even after 10 minutes. It feels nice to play with, but it shouldn't have liquid still uncured in the middle, and I think that is down to, yeah, there's some liquid coming out now. I think that is down to this being quite opaque. So, got it on my white one. So I'm going to test the rest of these, and then obviously I'm going to cure this lot. If it works out that I'm still having the problem with the rest of them, then maybe I'm putting too much mica powder in. I'm not sure what the reasoning is, but if anybody knows the reason, please put it in the comments so we can all learn from other people. I'm just trying to find something that, yeah, that one's definitely squidgy. So these have all been under 10 minutes on a double-sided machine, and that's obviously still squidgy. Let's have a look at this bluish one, bluey grey. Now that one feels quite hard on the surface. Let's have a look in the middle. That's made a dent, but that is cured all the way through. From the front, let's try the back. So I think it's something to do with the colour being so dark and opaque. Let's try these three. Now I'm really pleased that that one's not budging, because I really want something white, and that one's good. Gold, again, I really would like, no, I really would have liked this one to work, but it's already squidging. So this one's cured better, but I can feel some kind of squishiness to it. So I don't think this one's cured all the way through, because it is squishy, but you can't see on anything where it's actually going through. It's just is soft, and then obviously making these indents. It's just not hard. I'm happy with the silver and the white, so I'm going to get these ones poured. Let's hope we have a bit of a better success from it. I'm going to get these underneath. Actually got a couple of bubbles. Let's just burn those off. We'll get them under, and then we'll come back to it when they've cured, if they cure. So these are hot off the press. They've been under the lamp for a good 5 minutes on each side, and I'm going to take these out and see how they fare up. I feel like we're going to get the same results with the dark colours, but let's wait and see. That's what these experiments are all about. None of them are sort of squidgy in between my fingers at the minute. But let's do the stabby test. Gotta say though, these are really pretty. That one is perfectly fine. Yep, both sides perfect. That one went straight through. That one's definitely gooey inside, which is a shame, because I really think that one's pretty. That one's definitely squidgy, and yeah, straight through, liquid inside. So I think we may be using too much mica powder. Squidgy and pop. This one I think is going to be the worst out of the lot. Actually, it's not as bad as the others. It is squidgy, and it's just about cracked the surface. Now I would have thought that one being the darkest of this set would be the one to watch out for, but that one doesn't seem that bad. Squidgy, but it's not broke like in a crack. I can't get the tool out now, but yeah, it's definitely made a hole in there. So all of them, apart from the pink, I just want to double check this again with more pressure. Yeah, that one's not going anywhere, but all these are complete fail. Right, let's put them to one side. I'm going to keep a thing of all the ones that did work and didn't work. In these pots I've had these draining and I've not mixed the colours, I've just let them drip, but I've tried to keep similar colours together. And I'm going to do that with the rest of the powders that I'm doing, and we'll just see what size project we can make afterwards. So I'm going to start mixing up the next batch, and I'm going to start using less mica powder in them. So this time we're going to go with these blues, aquas and greens, more of an aqua green. I'm still going to go with the same amount. What I do for measuring, even though this is not a measuring cup, is as I'm pouring it, I'm covering that little circle in the middle, and I know that's about the right amount. So it's not an accurate measurement, but it's as close as I'm going to get with these local cups. Right, so learning from what we've just been doing, I'm going to put an extra small amount in these ones because I want this to be a success. I don't want it to be a fail every time I'm doing it. And I want to get to know these products so that when I come to use them on actual projects, I am not struggling with not knowing the product. This looks very similar in colour, but again, just going to take the smallest amount. It literally is a little tiny bit, and we'll see how much pigment actually comes out in the final colour. Okay, I'm going to get to mixing those and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, they're all nicely mixed. I absolutely love this blue. They are very translucent, but I think that will help us with the curing. These are all quite light colours anyway, and they've got sort of a bit of a shimmer to these ones. Quite nice, but I really do like this blue. It's sort of like got a pearlescent shimmer. Right, so they're all mixed. Let's get them poured. Don't want to get them mixed up with these ones, and just so that these are not curing in the box, so they're not curing whilst I'm doing the light on the rest of these. I do cover the lamp up of any light sort of coming away from the lamp. Let's get these poured. With these being all of a similar tone and colour, I'm going to mix these into one pot at the end, so we can do a blind cure, a blind mix, one that we don't know how it's going to turn out. This is like a aquamarine kind of colour, very pretty. These are very similar in colour. There's slight more of a jade colour to this one than the last one. The other one's a bit more aquamarine kind of colour. I'm just hoping now we've mixed less mica powder with them that they cure a lot better, because I hate having so many failed experiments. But we'll see how it goes. And these pots that I've got to the side where I've just been collecting the resin, I won't be mixing them up, they'll just come out as they are, just to give us a different effect. This one's a much darker grey type blue, like a Payne's grey. Give them a flash with the lighter. So a couple of bubbles. But this resin seems to not have too many bubbles coming from it, which is good. Right, let's get them under the lamp and we'll see how they go. Okay, let's have a look at these ones we're going to be using next. This is like kind of a little bit lighter than terracotta. I really don't want to use too much. Again, we're going for a small amount, as we've learned with the previous ones. When we put too much in, it may be a problem. We'll know for sure when we take the next lot out of the lamp. This is like a coffee kind of colour, well, very light coffee. Latte, that's the one I'm looking for. Like a latte. Or a latte, as my mummy calls it. It's more of a pinky terracotta, more like a salmon kind of pink. I don't want to put too much in, but this one looks a bit clumpy. Not sure why. This one just reminds me of the old-fashioned rouge, like blusher, when there was only one kind of colour that you could put on your cheeks. Again, a very small amount. It's hard to measure even with these tiny spoons. My idea was find out how much you need for a small amount, and then you'll have an idea of how much you need for a larger amount. You just need to adjust the quantities. I'm going to mix them up and we'll be back with you in a minute. So I've got all them mixed up, and again I'm just going to put these to one side, not getting them mixed up with these ones at the back. They're our long-term pours. Just while we get this out, this has been curing now for 5 minutes on each side. Let's see what we have. See if our little theory worked of putting that little bit less mica powder in. So these are all the blues and greens that we managed to get, and I quite like this. It's a nice kind of swirly pattern. Don't know why I'm putting them in order. I didn't do it on any of the other ones, but I seem to want to this time, so we'll just go with it. Right, so they're the colours. Let's do the stabby test. I can't see no movement in that one at all. So it looks like we've done well with that one. Same with that one. Same with that one. So maybe who's putting too much mica powder in. So they're all good. That's a good success from that one. So I'm going to bag them up. And we'll get these ones poured. Medicine that you give kids. I'm not sure why yellow is part of this combination. Oh, it's more like a mustard yellow, like a dark yellow, but sort of translucent, if that makes sense. Let's get them under the lamp and see how that goes. As you can see, our pots are filling up. I've sort of mixed them with similar colours to each other, but tried to give a bit of contrast in there at the same time. And we'll take out the last lot of resin we did. These are 5 minutes on both sides. Oh, got a little friend on there. You can see it, it's got a little nipple. So these all feel hard from where they are. Let's pop them out and do the test. So yeah, we've got a little nipple on there. I don't know how that happened. But I can take that down with a bit of sanding. So that one, unfortunately, is going to be a bit wobbly. So I'll take it completely down because I don't want to scratch the surface of the heart itself. but I need it to lie flat to see if I can do the test. In videos I've got planned, I'm going to be looking at how to best sand things and how to get the right result and what tools you might need. But just having a bit of fun with colours at the minute. Just wiping any dust off. It's still a bit bumpy, but it'll do for this test. It's a nice colour pink. Let's do the stabby test. I think this one's going to be okay. Yep, fine on that side. And fine on that side. I think we've got a formula. The only one I'm sort of concerned about at this moment in time is the darker ones. So we'll do them two last. I didn't like this yellow one when it first... Right, that one's denting in a bit. Yep, that one's cracked. It's still liquid in the middle. So the ones that I was concerned about was the darker ones, but let's see if they've been good. Yep, that one's fine. Yep. So the one that I thought would be okay isn't. That one is slightly dented. I'm putting quite, yeah, cracked. As I say, I'm putting quite a lot of pressure on these, and that one is definitely cracked. Can't see much in the way of liquid coming out at the minute. No, it's just the outer side. Right, so there's two that didn't work out quite well in that one. For now I'm going to bag them up and pour the next lot. I think after we've done this mix, we should get these ones under because there's quite a lot of fluid in there now. And I don't want it to harden up at all. Well, this is a really nice burnt orange kind of colour. This is quite a nice green. Mix those up and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, they're all nicely mixed. Let's get them poured into the tray and then we'll see what other colours we're going to get out of these. I'm not sure which one of these I'm going to mix with what yet, but we'll go along with what feels right when we come to do it. It seems to have like a blue and a black key kind of one going over here, purpley pinkies and sort of golds and yellows and oranges in this one. It's just the green one I'm not sure where to put at this time, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's get these poured. And put that one with the oranges and yellows. I'm not sure about this green yet, but I don't think it'll do much in any of the colours that are there. I think the other ones will oversaturate it anyway. So I'm going to leave that one to the side for the time being and figure out where I want it in a minute. The blue one I'm going to put with the blue and black, and the purple one I'm going to put with the pink and purples. Orange one I think we'll put that in the yellow one, and the red one we'll put with the pinks and purples as well. Okay, we'll get them under and then we'll have a look at these ones. Okay, so we've got some blues and blacks going on with this one. Like I said, I'm just going to get the last bits of this one out. So I think we can go ahead and pour that one when we're ready. Then this pinky one, there's still quite a lot left in this top bit, so I'm just going to scrape as much as I can out of that. Then the purple we'll put in there to start draining. I'm wondering whether to put that green with the pink, with the blues. Because there is some greens in there from the aqua colours, so yeah, I'm going to do that. Don't think it'll make much difference, but it'll be there. It'll be interesting. We'll see how it goes. And like I said, I'm not going to mix these. I'm just going to let them pour as they come out. I have no control over what the colour is at all then, and how the effect is going to be. I'm actually thinking of getting a different mould. I'm going to have a look what I forgot. So these are all in, they've not been mixed at all, and I found this really cute butterfly mould that I got. The only thing I don't like about this is how shallow it is. Apart from that, I think it's quite pretty, and I think we'll get quite a few of these done. So I'm going to start off with the pinks and purples, and I'm going to go in the ones that I actually like the look of more. I want to try and keep it sort of not mixed, if that's possible. I don't want to over pour, which I think I already have. Need one of these. And all I'm doing is moving it. I'm not touching the base of it, I'm not touching the mould. I'm trying my best not to mix the colours, I just want it pushing in the areas where it needs to be pushed. I suppose we also get to see on this one how good it is for the delicate parts of this butterfly, like its antennas and the bits behind the post. I'll leave that for a minute and let it find its own way. I'm just wondering if I've got enough to do. I don't think I'll have enough to do another one that size. Let's go for this one. Maybe we could have got a bigger one. So these ones are going to be completely unique, one of a kind butterfly, because it's made up of lots of different parts of Mica Powders, and it's also poured. I'm hoping that these darker bits show through, maybe to give it a bit of a pattern on its wings. We'll see. We won't know the results till the end. Okay, I think that's as much as we're going to get out of that one for this project. Let's have a look at this bluey green one. Definitely want to go for this one. I think it'll look quite good in this one. And because there's so many different colours and pigments in this, I want it sort of moved about. I don't want it all sort of staying in one place. We'll just let that settle for a minute. Oh, I hope that was an happy accident. Drop some in the pink. Let's get them antennas pushed round a bit, make sure they're... I think this one's going to absolutely look gorgeous, to be honest. We need a small one. Ooh, have I gone too far? Have I gone too far? I don't think it's catching itself. I still think we've got some left. Yeah, let's mix them together. Just see what happens. Right, let's have a look at this one. This one looks like it'll be a very nice result. Them oranges and golds and yellows all mixed together look really pretty. Give that a second to find its way. Let's just go for it and mix them all together. Might end up a muddy mess, but we never know. That blue and black one, I weren't sure if would look nice, but you never know. We'll have a look at it. We'll let that one drain in for a bit and then give it a pour. We might get a mixture of some different results. Well, let's see what this weird and wonderful one will look like. I want to get a little bit of height just so it can start mixing. It might just be a muddy mess in the end, but we will certainly find out soon. So make sure I'm getting behind them posts in the corner. And we've got a nice even layer. And this, hoping we've got enough for this one in this corner. Tempted to add glitter to these, but this is a mica powder video. I'll leave them to settle for a few minutes and then I'll burn off any bubbles and we'll stick them under. If these, one, turn out as pretty as they are on the front, at the back, sorry, and two, harden up, I'll be really pleased with these results. I can't see any bubbles, but just in case there is. Just going over it gently with that. We're going to pull out the hearts that we did. And we're going to get these butterflies on this tray. If at all without spilling them, Stacey, would be good. And this is the problem that you have with cheaper moulds. This one's not too bad because it's got strengtheners all the way around the back, but this one is just a floppy silicone mould, which are obviously not going to stand the test of time. It was just one of those things that I had to the side that would work. So I've put them under for 5 minutes. We're going to take these out and see what we'll look like. So where's my stabber? Let's have a look how these have done. Yep, that one's fine. Yep, no problem there. That one's fine. So I think it is about how much mica powder you're putting in. You really only need a small amount, and it does colour it quite well. Yes, it's not as opaque as I'd like the colours to be, but they're very pretty. Maybe there's another alternative to colour your UV resin without compromising on the I don't even know what you call it. Consistency? Gooiness? Oh, brilliant. Happy with that one. Let's bag it up. Okay, moving on while they're curing, we've got this next lot, which is blues, pinks, purples, a few different colours there, to be honest. So I'm going to get some resin in these and then we'll start mixing. I've decided to show you the butterflies at the end. So you'll have to stick around to the end to see those. There's 3 pots left. This one being one of them. So after this one, there's 2 more pots to go. I'll show you the colours of those when we come to make them. Oh, purple is one of my favourite colours, and this is a really nice purple. Back in the day, before I got my disability, I used to ride motorbikes. And this is how long ago it is, because the bike's probably in scrapyards now, but I was madly obsessed with God, I can't remember what it's called now. XJR 13, I think it was. I'll have to fact check that in a bit because I'm not 100% if it is XJR. It was definitely 1300. And the colour that one that came in, which I was obsessed with, was called Deep Purplish Blue Metallic Cocktail. Yeah, how about that for the name of the colour for your vehicle? But I always remember that colour, always sticks in my head. And it was a very similar colour to this deep purple here. I have tended the last few years to like a lot of blues, especially like cobalt blue and those type of deep blues, not like navy or anything like that. But, you know, the darker, vibrant blues I really like. I feel like that one needs a little bit more than that. We'll go with that and see what happens. Right, let's get these poured into the mould. Them under the lamp and be 5 minutes. So we have 2 more left. There's a greeny kind of colours and some pinks, browns, golds, them kind of colours. So I'm going to start off with the green. Just take that out of the bag so you can see them. So there's a mixture of different greens there. I'm going to get the resin scores into these and then I'll be back for putting the powders in. I've particularly got an interest in these greens because my daughter's favourite colour is green, and I'd love to make her something out of resin that she can have from me. So at least with these hearts that I'm making, I can show her which greens that she likes, get an idea of which ones she likes, question her in one of those parent ways so you can find out something without letting on why. If you're a parent, you know the technique. And if you don't know the technique and you are a parent, then send a comment, and if we can help you in the chat, we will do. And if you're a child trying to find out how your parents question you, you're not old enough to know. Right, I'm going to mix these up and I will be back with you in a minute. Okay, so they're all mixed. Just move them off to the side while we get the last lot of hearts we did. We've definitely overboard on this one. Let's get them out and do the stabby test. That one is so pretty. Them two are very similar, that one's just slightly more pale. seems fine. I think we might have the right mixture now. Which is good, because that means I can start making some projects. Not even a budge with them. Really happy with that lot. Let's bag it up and let's start pouring these in. Right, we'll get them under for 5 minutes. Or we'll mix the next lot. Okay, so they're all mixed. I'm going to again move those off to the side while we get the hearts out from the last pour. I hope these ones turn out, because I really like the green colours for a project that I'm thinking of for my daughter. Let's do the stabby stab test. Yep, fine on that side. Oh, we look a bit squishy on that side. Not squishy though, it's breaking. It's definitely left a dent in there. Let's see the others. So it's not a definite no. That one's fine. That one's fine. I think I might just put that one under again just for a minute. Try this one. Nope. Nope, no problem. Nope. Nope, no problem. This is the one that I thought out of any of them would be an issue. It being a bit darker. And it has made an indent on the front, and it's cracked through. So that one was a little fail. Can't see any liquid in there. And that one's fine. That one's fine as well. So there's this one that's a little bit soft. Sort of indented it, but it's definitely not cracked or gooey in the middle. But this one obviously did crack, as we saw. So I'm going to bag them up for now. So this is the final one of the towers that we've done. So let's get these ones poured. Let's get them under for 5 minutes. I'm going to take them out, just give them a second to cool down. With a stabby stab test, there's a dark one. That one's gone through. And there's fluid inside that one. That one's fine. That one's good. one's good. That one's good too. So at least we've got a gold there. It's good. That one's cracked. This is the one that I'm afraid that was going to crack because we had a similar colour earlier that had the same issue. Is it liquider? Can't see any fluid coming out. There's no fluid, but it's definitely cracked on the outside. I think it's time to reveal the butterflies that we made. So here we have the butterflies. I'm not sure which one I want to do first, but I think I might go for this one. And hopefully the antennas don't cut off or snap off. So I'm just going to be a bit more careful on that area. Yep, that's come out pretty good. Well, let's see the front of it. Now that's quite pretty. Look at that. It's pretty sweet. There's one. Let's go for the pink one next, I think. Oh, that's a weird effect. Sort of like marble, but not. Kind of this black kind of one. And just to think these are all made out of waste resin. It's pretty difficult to see, but if there was some glitter in that one, it would really look nice. Let's go for this mixed bag one. Now that's different. It's got lots of different colours in that. Yep, it did go a bit. Yep, it did go a bit muddy, but I think it's quite cute in its own right. Let's go pink. Should be careful around them antennas. And that one's really pretty. It's actually took them dots through like I wanted him to. I quite like that one. Not as keen on that one as I thought I would be. Backs always look really nice when they've been poured. There's one more. And this one looks really nice on the back, so I'm hoping it looks just as good on the front. But we'll soon see. Oh yeah, I like that one. So it looks like we can use darker powders, which don't mix as good as the rest, to put these dots in. That one I really like the look of. So we've got quite a few different butterflies there. But I can't get over how nice this pink one is with them dots in there. And the same with this blue one. Some very interesting patterns coming out of that one. Love it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!